Hey everyone, we're here to talk a little bit about our experience hiking Faery Falls in Mount Shasta, California for the Lemurian Life Expo event. Will was hosting this experience and I was assisting on a physical and energetic level. Um, so I would like to share more about what I experienced through activation in connection to Will.
Yeah, and I've done a video about kind of my experience and going up to the falls and all the beings that came and that sort of thing. And super grateful Bailey came along because she showed up. She was able to carry materials, and then they had her carry the background speaker that helped people hear what was going on. So I'm just gonna let you talk and
Sure. So, yeah, I held the speaker so that way everyone could hear Will. He's really soft spoken, especially in nature. It's very easy to be soft spoken, to connect with your surroundings. There's no need to be loud in nature. And basically, I was glad to be able to do that on an energetic level. I felt a lot. And then I was hearing guided questions to ask him at the very end, um, to further dig deeper into people's individual experiences. So, just a summary of what I experienced right away as he was talking about the different fae that he has relationships with. We're talking the juniper gnomes, the fairies, the sprites, and so on. I've had my own personal experiences with them, but in this case, I started identifying at the base of trees fairy homes. And I would just look at a tree and I would see like a little green opening that kind of looked like it could be a doorway. And they just said, fairy home. And I would spot them everywhere. So they were helping me with that. Um, when we got down to the second or the first waterfall, it was gorgeous. There was like a cyclone of butterflies, tons of butterflies, different colors, cycling in this way, dancing around us, dancing around Will. And as he probably mentioned to you, that's very uncommon for them to experience that. So they were just welcoming us, so excited to see us. Then, when we got to the third waterfall, I started getting a Sasquatch activation. I had already heard a little bit of a Sasquatch whistle, spending some time with Will, and I could feel their presence very strongly, like the weight of their presence being around us, protecting us, checking on us. And then I heard a whistle sound that went in his car when we were driving one time. But at this third fall in particular, many people were experiencing different things. So I was tapping into the Sasquatch a little bit. And I tried to see off in the distance if one would present to me, and they told me not here, that I was not ready here, but that they were around. And I said, okay, great. Well, I'm not afraid. I'm open to seeing. And they said now was not the time. But they did let me know and ask me to do light language into the waterfall out of my palms when we were all in meditation. And they said that the water sprites were offering me a gift. And I wasn't sure if I should reach down and take the gift. And it was a stone that they pointed out to me, a speckled stone. And I felt like, I don't know if I should take that. And then I kept meditating and giving. And then the man to my left that was experiencing meditation with me, he was like, I said, what was your experience? He said, I saw a family of Sasquatch faces. And also, I want to take this stone home to my daughter because it was given to me. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's allowed. Like, I didn't know if I should do that. So I grabbed it and I brought it back with me. Um, yeah, it was just really magical. And then on the way down, I was hearing all types of high energy spirits, very excited to be talking about this information. And from that, oh yeah, I was guided to ask questions about portal openings, um, how you can open portals, and so on. Then after that, I have not been able to stop receiving awareness of where the Fae exist in my surroundings, continuously giving them offerings like nuts and seeds and oats, whatever I have on hand, which I was already doing in the first place with an awareness that they were there. But in this scenario, I actually deeply felt their world within the, the ground level of our human plane. And yeah, so then that leads us to the Mount Shasta experience, which we'll share on another reel. And we'll talk more about contact experiences I've had thanks to the activation from that Faery Falls.
Yeah, and that it was a beautiful experience at Faery Falls because I was activating people. Bailey was receiving some of those activations at the same time, and I was being activated by her as well. I was activated to some white language and stuff that we'll talk about in a little bit. But the experience overall was just magical, I guess, at that Faery Falls location.
It's very magical, and the Fae have everything to do with it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Love you all.
watching. We're sending your healing back to you with love, and we're truly grateful. Love you.